I have some of the students here, but they should be filing in soon if they're not here yet.
Okay.
And some are absent. That's a different story. Yeah. So I have members of Team 1 and Team 3. So those are the radioactive space eggs. Huh?
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
It is. Yeah. Sorry. And then Team 3, which is working on, that's Dev back there. Wave your hand so they can see you. He's working on communication to Earth. Am I recording? Yes, I am. And where did Alex?
Mr. Gorman?
Alex just.
All right, Mr. Gorman?
Yes.
They were having trouble hearing you over here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, because I'm speaking away from this thing. That's probably why. All right. So, Deb, could you hear Deb?
I can hear you, but that's all right now.
All right. So, Deb is from Team 3. And wave again, Deb. He is doing the.
I don't think Deb's in the screen because I didn't see anybody wave.
Oh, there. He's in the center of it. All black.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Glenn's in with the background.
Okay, and that's Devin. He's the head of which team?
Team 3, which is the team that's working on communication with Earth. And Rachel just showed up. She's also on that team. And yeah, Team 5 isn't here yet, or 4. So they're at break still. But I know they were supposed to show up. But. So who do you have here?
What?
Who do you have?
Oh, okay. So I've got one at a time. Start with you.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm Peter Clifford. I'm working on.
Here, step to the center so you're in the screen.
Hi.
Right. Peter and Connor are working together on a new way to get to Mars using black holes and wormholes.
Nice.
And let's see. Okay, Devin?
Excuse me.
Devin is working on an interesting project that might influence the design of the. Stop talking.
You stop.
Excuse me. One person at a time. It's enough trouble with technology to hear without people talking in the background. All right, Devin is working with a team on music and how that affects performance and the psychology and the mental health of people. All right, now Nicole, who you met last time, stand up, Nicole. Come front and center so they can see you. Look at the little screen up. All right, so Nicole is working on the habitat, which it seems to me that that's going to be the pivot of the experiment that people in my classes here, such as the psychology, such as the people working on the physical fitness, and the communication, will be feeding information to her to design the habitat. So each one of them will play a role in the habitat for their individual research, including Allison here, who's next. Allison, come front and center. Allison's working on the psychology of isolation. So whatever she figures out will definitely influence the habitat and how it's designed. And she may be communicating with the communication people to keep people talking with their relatives and so forth, friends at home. And whatever she finds, the data and conclusion from her study will influence the design of the habitat. All right, Marquis, which is next.
My research is about how like the radiation of like space affects the spacesuit and how like we can make a like very like slim and skinny spacesuit whenever we go to Mars, so that way we don't have trouble like walking around, things like that. And when astronauts go to space now or to like Mars, they have trouble like moving around with their spacesuit because they're like inflated, very large on them. And we can like design and actually research and help with a spacesuit that can protect the radiation of the spacesuit. So that's my.
Now, Sean is also working on music with Devin. And Brianna, stand up. Brianna is working on a new thing inside the spacesuit. I'll let her explain it.
So I'm
Hold on, Rich.
trying to create-
Sure, sure, James.
We're having a problem with the audio here. Let me see if I stop and
This is the microphone.
read
Think.
this. 124 doesn't look sure. All right. My system is in like full revolt. I do not know why.
I think.
You gotta be quiet.
I suspect the singularity has begun. I've had trouble with technology for the last 2 weeks, and I think it's all.
There we go. No,
blocked.
no, hold on. No.
technology I can.
Your whole research is based on technology. So I think it's time to fight your demons and get better at technology.
All right. Shh, guys, you gotta sit closer and listen as
Check
close
out.
as you can.
Perfect.
All right. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'll let go ahead. Bree, you explain.
So my name is Brianna. I'm working on a biometric tracking system. So basically, it would be like a form-fitted tank top that would be able to track your vitals and location. Currently, there is a shirt that tracks your vitals and stuff, and that's called Hexoskin. So basically, I'm just trying to figure out how to implant a tracking system within that and be able to track the astronauts' location, vitals, and everything else, so that if they get lost in space or they get lost when they're on their mission to Mars, we'd be able to find them and hopefully save their life.
Yeah, she's actually purchased the Spot Trace. James, remember the balloon device that we did at Penn where we tracked the balloon?
Yeah.
Well, she's actually purchased a predecessor of that device to track her astronaut.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. All right, and let's see. Okay, Wilson, I think you're left. Did I miss anybody else? All right, they went. All right. Wilson, front and center. So he gets. Now, Wilson is his part in the thing. He's working on a new.
It's like a coupling system for motors. So
this relates to the rover, but I'll let him explain it. The Mars rover,
so
or lunar, whatever.
once people start inhabiting Mars, they'll start using rovers not only for like exploration, but they'll be using for cargo. And we put cargo on vehicles that become heavier, and they'll put a lot of stress on the drivetrain on the motor. So what I thought about doing was making some sort of coupling system that can slip. And the ones we have now are in cars. Like, for example, the torque converter is a fluid coupling system, and it works pretty well. The only issue with those is they heat up pretty quickly. So my idea is to take that kind of concept, fix the issue, like make it cool down faster, make the fluid inside not, heat up too quickly, and then use it on the rover so that in the future we have rovers that can carry a lot more weight and not put a lot of stress on the drivetrain or anything like that. So yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Gorman, how can we get these people to get in touch to work together?
Yeah, as long as we can get in touch, we can work together.
Oh, the best thing is just their emails.
Okay.
So
I can.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, no, their emails are in the spreadsheet I sent you just before the convention. But if you can't find that, just email me and I'll resend it.
Yeah, no, we'll be in the program itself. I put them all in there.
Great. Okay, you guys.
Yeah.
I gave these guys the link to the program, so they have access to the program too.
All right, excellent.
I've given them assignment.
When they write the ones from Nipmuc, they all have a team email, so it goes to all of them. Guys, quiet.
Okay.
So it's usually like ICE 2019 team and then the team number, whatever, 1 through 17, I think it is.
Right.
That'll also go
Okay.
to me.
Also, what? I missed a word in there.
It'll also go to me.
Oh, good. Yeah. The guys, the protocol here, any correspondence back and forth, you can't use social media. Use the emails, school emails, and myself and Mr. Gorman has to be copied on every correspondence you have. That's his protocol. All right. I've given these guys an assignment, and I'll send a copy to you where I ask them to identify a team and to compose an email that's given to me for approval. And then that email will then be sent to you and the team saying how we think we can be beneficial to your team and how you could be beneficial to our team, and to like set another date or video conference to work together.
That sounds great. Yeah, let me, since we have all the teams here now, I'll have them come up as a team and introduce themselves. So
Great.
your students can kind of meet them. So team 1, how about you guys stand up, come close, and introduce yourselves. Go ahead.
Alex Baptista.
Nice.
I'm Sam Bombara. I'm Jack Dorr.
You got to talk louder, guys.
I'm Carollos.
You're not even on camera.
I'm Sam Bombara.
I'm Carollos.
I'm Alex. I'm Jack.
That's team 1, the SpaceX.
Yeah.
They're working on the
radiation protection.
radiation protection.
That's my
Great. Yeah, there's that. I don't know if you can see her on screen, but Marquita's clapping because you're saying that's her. Come, say hello. Say hello. Get in frame. Yeah, this is her thing. She's working on the radiation protection in her spacesuit, along with my college
Hi.
crew
My
who
name's
are not
Makita.
here.
Mine's talking about
Excellent.
the space radiation.
All right. So,
Excellent. Okay, so that's team 1. So I'll bring up team 3 now. So that's Dev. Come on up. Excellent. So you guys make sure you're visible here and speak nice and loud.
I'm Deb. I'm Deb. I'm Rachel.
I'm Nico. Alex.
We're working on communication from space to Earth. Yep.
okay. Right, you're team 3. The communication expert, he's in my 10th period class. So we'll have to put you in touch with him.
Sure. Okay.
Excellent. Very good. All right, so now team 4. So nice and loud, Jack. Last one's coming up.
All right. I'm Joey LeClaire. I'm Devin James. I'm Elijah Crosby. I'm Mike. Myself. Gabe Hughes. And we're doing transportation between Earth and the Moon. So, yeah.
Okay, transportation, that's awesome. Peter and Connor, front and center, just say hello.
Hello. Hi, I'm Peter.
What's up? I'm Connor. Hi. Hi.
Yeah, they're doing something. They're trying to find out a way to make their own wormhole between Earth and Mars. They'll either win the Nobel Prize or suck us all into oblivion. We're not sure which.
Really could be
Could be either, Peter said.
Excellent. Okay. So now I have team 5. These are the ones that are working on the habitat.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah.
Make sure you're visible here, guys.
Connor, get free.
There you go. There we go. Okay, go ahead. Start, Caleb.
I'm Caleb.
Nice and loud.
We're working on lunar base design.
I'm Chris Bro. We're all in the same group, so we're working on the same thing.
I'm Alex. We're also working on lunar-based design.
I'm Connor. Just say your name. I'm Andre Cormier.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Nicole.
Okay, stand so look at the screen. Stand
Okay, okay.
right
Right here.
Right here.
Okay.
Look at the screen. Okay.
Hey, I'm Nicole. What's up?
Okay. Now, are these the people you reach out to already?
No.
If you got some new people to reach out to. Okay. So Habitat is we can give you a lot of data from our different crews because we have a lot of different aspects that feed into the Habitat. So James, there's no limit on the size of the teams, right?
No. No, because the teams are here and they just collaborate with other teams, so that's fine.
Okay.
They just share
All right.
information back and forth. So that would be great if she sends them some information.
Right.
She can look them up in the program to find the exact email address.
And that's team 5 for the Habitat,
Team
right?
5, yep.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. What do you think is our next step?
How about you have your students so my students reach out to you. So how about you have your students work on that assignment to reach out to my students.
Okay.
And that'll kind of close the loop of
Right.
that meeting, and then we can go from there.
All right, sounds good. Do we have another prospective date for a follow-up video conference with either period?
No, because we haven't looked past November.
Okay,
But I
well,
can put together that again for
we can
December
do that, right. Okay.
after the holiday.
Yeah, I mean, enjoy your holiday. So, awesome.
Okay.
The-
I think one of the students, Andre, has a question.
Okay, the bell might ring. We have about 2 minutes here left.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. Do you have any ideas as to what would tie into base design, such as like how the different components of supporting life on the moon would play into base design?
Yeah, I heard the question. You have to speak louder because they can't hear the question. He's asking if there's, and Andre, correct me if I'm wrong.
Do you have any ideas as to what components would play specifically into base design for supporting life on the moon?
Okay. Well, I mean, as of right now, I'm kind of. Well, right now I'm kind of just like looking what needs to actually go into it. So it's like I have a mechanical room, a comm room, and like an office space, but I still have to figure out what has to go in it, and like I have to figure out like how to supply oxygen and like what actually needs to go on inside. So I mean, kind of not really, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, Nicole's background is architecture. That's her thing. So all the tech, we have to feed her the tech requirements and constraints, and she'll work with that. But she's basically architecture.
Yeah, I'm like working on the design of it. So like the inside, I don't have a lot of stuff yet.
That's why we need a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that was the dismissal. Yep. That was the dismissal bell. These guys will be headed to their next class, so.
All right, see ya.
See you.
Bye.
All right. That was awesome, guys. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
James, I have time because I can hang out. Is there any loose ends we need to wrap up? It'll be quiet in here in a minute as soon as they leave. Marquis,
Yeah.
next time.
I'll call you back, Rich.
What?
I just need their contact space. I just need their email.
It's in the program.
Program?
Follow the link to the program and you'll find it.
Bye, Mr. Will.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Deuces.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving.
I will call you back.
Do you have a class? No.